Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Join Jackie is Mondays at 10 live here on Facebook. Today's topic, I'm concerned that my mother changed her will right before she died. So this actually happens more often than you'd care to imagine. A few times a year we come across this out of hundreds. So in fact, it's not that regular, but it is concerning when it happens. So, there are a number of things to think about in terms of someone who's unwell or close to dying, changing their will. So the first is whether the new will is valid. So it could be invalid because of lack of testamentary capacity. And this is really the path that you'd probably want to head down if you were wanting to challenge the will, the latest will. So testamentary capacity, there's a whole lot of precedent and tests around it. But if you're concerned that your mother lost testamentary capacity, the earlier you can start collecting evidence, the better. If your mother is still alive, even better, try and get her in for a medical appointment, and then try and get a geriatrician's report or a neuropsychology report to see if testamentary capacity is there. If not, specifically try and get a GP who has known your mother for a long time to address testamentary capacity in a letter. So that's if she's still alive. If she's already passed, then it's too late to get a medical assessment, of course. However, retrospectively, you may be able to get a doctor to give evidence of testamentary capacity or not. Particularly if a doctor has known your mother for a long time, the GP may have already done some mini mental tests or other tests along the way, may have notes, and so might other medical records if your mother has been in a hospital facility or a aged care retirement sort of complex. There may be other notes to help. Testamentary capacity is not purely a medical assessment, so other evidence of testamentary capacity will be useful. So your own evidence as to forgetfulness, cognitive decline, inability to make decisions, being influenced. So all those things can help. And if there are other members in the family or friends or neighbours that can also provide evidence along that line, then that will build evidence around testamentary capacity, so you may be able to get that last will set aside. There is another grounds to try and set a will aside that's done late in life, and that can be if there was undue influence. So if your mother changed her will right before she died because someone else took her into a solicitor to get her will changed, and you believe that that person told your mother what she should do in her will, then that's another action altogether. It's more difficult because how do you prove what goes on behind closed doors? The pattern of behaviour may help. So if your mother had been increasingly isolated by this person and there is a history of what the previous will said, and also potentially that this person took your mother to a new solicitor. So there's a pattern of behaviour. The problem is with these situations is that if your mother has been increasingly isolated, you're less likely to have the evidence that you need to prove undue influence because you're not sure of what she was thinking and what the conversations were being had around that time. So there you go. There's two avenues to sort of get you start thinking about that scenario. If your mother or some elderly person has changed their will at the last minute, there could be grounds to make a claim against the validity of that will, either on the grounds of testamentary capacity, so you'd be building evidence of that, or undue influence, which is harder to build evidence around that. So just as a starting point, Hopefully that information was useful. If you know of someone it might be useful for, please share this video with them by tagging their name in the comments below, or of course, you can share it with them privately on Messenger. All these videos, while live, are saved onto the page. So we've got like hundreds of videos on the videos tab on our Facebook page, which is a big resource of a place to go when you're looking for somewhere to start or your friends and family are looking. The other thing is that I do this every week. If you have a topic you really want me to cover, please by all means reach out. Email address above, or you can go to our website, tbalaw.com.au, and on the Meet the Team page, my direct email address is there, as are the emails of the other team members. So this is actually my last scheduled Facebook Live for 2023. I'm not going to do them in December unless I get any specific requests. So I am over and out for the year. Our office shuts on the 22nd of December, so we are open all the way up and then reopens on the 8th of January. Again, reach out if you have any questions, but otherwise I hope you have a great holiday season and Christmas period, and everyone is safe and well in your family. Take care. See you in 2024.